Diamond P Sports presents from the National Hot Rod Association Championship Drag Racing. The Silver Anniversary Winter Nationals. Speeds in excess of 260 miles an hour. Covering the quarter mile in less than 6 seconds. Drag racing from the NHRA.
So Racing Authority, Elwood Designs Xfinity Series came to Kentucky Motor Speedway for race number 4 of the season. And the season has had a lot of great racing throughout and a lack of caution, with only one caution being thrown in the last 2 races combined, in stark contrast to last season. After a caution lap number 1 that involved Marcus Richardson and Josh Robin, it was once again Nicholas Shelton dominating the field. Here on lap number 16, leading Tyler Ducharme, Mike Gorilia, a newcomer to the series, Eric Sable, and David Shutt. And this long green flag run would have 2 green flag pit stops, which would end on lap number 86 as Christian Snyder gets loose in the exit of turn 4, spins in the inside grabs, would come up the track right in front of the 14 of unofficial Bullet Club member Christopher Matthews. He would hit the left rear of Snyder's car, and the first caution would come out on lap number 86. Then after the restart a couple laps later, lap number 92 is when things got crazy. Mark Newland gets loose in 3 and 4 into Eric Sable, overcorrects, smashes the wall right in front of Brett Bunkari. Mike Gorilia spins and avoids it. Caleb Eisenhower, Jonathan Shipman, and Lachlan McMillan were among all the drivers involved in this melee on lap number 92. And then after another restart, lap number 100, Timothy Johnson gets loose in 3 and 4 right in front of Lachlan McMillan. They crash violently into the wall, and Jared Darling gets into the left rear of Johnson as well. And that means the third caution of the race, lap number 100. Then the restart, lap number 106, saw a strategy variance. Nicholas Shelton was again leading and dominating, while some guys stayed out and some guys took 4 times, which resulted in absolute chaos and mayhem from 4th place on back. 2x2 rows of free wide racing as everyone got aggressive late in the going in this one at Kentucky. And things got so wild that we had to have another crash. Lap 107, Bobby Cheney was 3 wide of Jonathan Shipman and David Shutt. He slides up into Wee Wee, and Cheney goes for a violent series of rolls. He would be okay, and the caution would once again come out on lap number 107. Also, Christopher Matthews was also involved in this wreck on the inside wall. Then the final restart, lap 111, Shelton was again pulling away, but as the field went for turn 1 and 2, 3 wide, they were 4 wide when Femi Owen slides up into Nick Northrup. He gets loose and crashes into the outside wall. That would unfortunately end the race under caution, as once again, Nicholas Shelton dominates the day and wins at the Kentucky Motor Speedway in the SRA Elwood Designs Xfinity Series. Final results after Kentucky would see Shelton with the win, Alex Peck 2nd, Michael Gorilia, again a newcomer to the series, finishes 3rd, Nicholas Carresso 4th, Delonte Ballard 5th, Ari Adi, Femi Owen, Tyler Ducharme, David Shutt, and Eric Sable would round out the top 10 after Kentucky. In the points standings, it would be David Shutt leading, Tyler Ducharme 2nd, Justin Gable 3rd, Nicholas Shelton, Nicholas Carresso tied for 4th, Alex Peck 6th, Femi Owen 7th, Brett Bunkari 8th, Ryan Orr 9th, and Lachlan McMillan 10th. We'll take a break and come back with SRA Gen 6 Series highlights.
I'll tell you, it may be sunny here, but it's pretty darn cold, but the deals on all remaining 1997s are hot, hot, hot. With every 97 minivan left over at $1,500 under dealer invoice. Or how about discounts of up to $6,000 on remaining 1997 pickups? At Mack Langs and Sunridge, the 97s have got to go.
Sells for less. Budweiser's smoking them. The 1985 NHRA World Champion Funny Car. Kenny Bernstein's Budweiser King. 500 cubic inches packed with 3,000 horsepower. The king of beers and the king of racing. Racing fans, This Bud's for you.
SRA Gen 6 Series presented by J. Robin Freewick comes to Dover International Speedway for race number 4 of their season. Nicholas Shelton was once again the guy they were all talking about, and with some notable drivers not showing up for this race, the point standings would take an actual shakeup when the night was over. It would be Shelton on the pole with Alan Elwood on the outside on roll number 1. David Shutt would race no time getting going. He goes free wide on Bobby Chinney and Alex Peck for the number 4 spot. He would take the spot, but then out of turn 2, Elwood gets loose, nearly hits the inside wall. And on the mat scramble, trying to let him back up the track, there was a big crash in turns 3 and 4. Connor Anton gets hit by Ariani, slides up and smashes the outside wall. He would then get hit by Jonathan Shipman, and Caden Henry was also involved in this wreck as well on lap number 1. Alan Elwood trying to make up for that ground he lost on lap number 9, would get the inside of Delonte Ballard, but he would get squirrely on the middle of the corner. He does a good job to save the car, but in the back end would slide out again from underneath him. He would lock it down and not get hit by anyone, but the second caution would come out on lap number 9. And then Elwood's night would get from bad to worse. On lap number 30, he was on the inside of Nick Northrup for position number 9. He would get into Northrup just barely as Northrup was maybe squeezing him down just a little bit. He would get loose and would not be able to save it, crashed into the inside wall. And let's just say Elwood was hot under the collar, because as the field was coming to get the pace car, he drives right in front of Northrup, showing his displeasure for what happened. Northrup would not have any of it, turns hard left and wrecks Elwood as some extracurricular activities took place. Lap number 36 on the restart, Chance Crum would be the leader after beating Nicholas Shelton off of pit road. He would get the jump on Shelton. Alex Peck tried to get by the 26 for number 2 spot, but eventually beat to no avail, as 3 laps later, lap number 39, he would beat Nicholas Shelton once again, getting up to Chance Crum. He would go to the inside in the middle of turns 1 and 2, and he would make the pass easily and take the lead right back on lap number 39. And then the caution would come out once again, lap number 41. He was again in turn 2. Christian Snyder would get loose in the middle of the corner, did a great job to save the car then, but then the back end would swing out over him. He overcorrects, slides up, and hits the outside retaining wall on the backstretch with a fairly decent lick, but he would continue on in the race and that'd be the 3rd caution. Then pit stops on a few laps later, Delonte Ballard decides to play a strategy call. He would take 2 tires only and win the race off of pit road, and Chance Crum would also be Nicholas Shelton out for the number 2 spot as well. Delonte's strategy would work to around lap 49, as Shelton then would get to the inside of him when he entered turn number 2, and then would make the pass in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Then Delonte Ballard would start to drop right a rock to the back of the top 10 with only those 2 right side tires. And then Nicholas Shelton is once again strutting his stuff. As lap number 68, he would establish almost a 3-second lead on Chance Crum, as Shelton was again dominating the field with his torrid pace that he has established early on in the season. That didn't mean there was some great action throughout those. Lap number 71, 1 to lap 75, Chance Crum and David Shutt would having a battle for the number 2 spot. Eventually, Shutt would get to the inside of Crum when he exited turn 4 and into turn number 1, and David Shutt would take over the number 2 spot. And then fast forward to lap number 94, as the green flag pit stop cycle was going on. David Shutt was trying to hold up Alex Peck and Ariani for second, but Peck gets into Shutt, and Shutt hits the outside wall right in front of a hard charging Chance Crum, who did pit 4 tires with a fairly short pit. And then during that green flag cycle, lap number 97, Ariani, who pitted for 4 tires, would clip the apron on the exit of turn number 4 and spin on the front straightaway. No one would hit him, but the caution would come out and would trap a bunch of cars a lap down, and they would have to use the wave around to get back on the lead lap. This caution, however, would be a big break for 3 drivers: Nicholas Caressel, the aforementioned Christian Snyder, and Luis Tommaso were all on the lead lap when this caution came out. Nicholas Shelton also gets a break as he would get the lucky dog. He would be the fourth car on the lead lap with new tires. And that restart on lap number 109 was Nicholas Caressel in the lead over Christian Steiner, Luis Tommaso, and Nicholas Shelton in fourth place. And it wouldn't take long for Shelton to charge up through the field, blowing by Tommaso for further in the front straightaway. He would get to the inside of Christian Steiner on the exit of turn number 2 and eventually make the pass on the 55 entering turn 3 and 4. And then a few laps later on, Shelton would get to Nicholas Caressel on the inside of turn number 3, and he would easily complete the pass and take the lead right back on lap 106, and he would be dominant once again throughout. Later on, though, there was a big fight going for a lucky dog spot between Arrietty and Eric Sable, who did not get the wave around on that previous caution, and they'll be fighting tooth and nail trying to get the lucky dog spot away to get back to the lead lap if a caution were to come out. And that caution, it would come out on lap number 122, but for a second different reason, because two wrecks would happen. Christopher Matthews gets loose out of turn number 4, hits the outside wall, and then slides through the exit pit road and smashes the green cone in the process. So that was not the reason for the caution, because Bobby Chaney, he would get into the rear of Delonte Ballard in the middle of turns 3 and 4, and he would spin out Delonte, and Delonte would go into the inside retaining wall, and that would be the caution. Sitting for the number 5th time today, Eric Sable will get back on the lead lap. And the restart on number 125 was once again Nicholas Shelton, this time leaving the field in his dust. Alex Peckel goes the inside of Christian Steiner and take the number 2 spot away, but no one would have anything at all for Nicholas Shelton as the race would go green the rest of the way, and Nicholas Shelton would come through turns 3 and 4 in dominating fashion once again and win at the Dover National Speedway in the Gen 6 Series presented by J. Robin Free. And it's from Marquette's 4th win in the last 5 races combined in Sim Racing Authority. The final results would be Nicholas Shelton with the win, Alex Peck's second chance, Crum 3rd, Bobby Chaney 4th, Nicholas Caressel 5th, Christian Steiner 6th, Delonte Ballard 7th, Eric Sable 8th, Luis Tommaso 9th, and Justin Kiva will round out the top 10 after Dover. In the points standings, it would be Bobby Chaney, the points lead by 3 over Shelton, 4 over Caressel, David Shutt and Arrietty tied for 4th, Nick Norfolk, Family Olat, Lachlan McMillan, Connor Ranton, and Delonte Ballard round out the top 10 in the point standings with 0 drop races, of course. And in the team point standings, are fairly tied at the top. Heavy Harry Motorsports leads Ripper Dark by 2 points. Then it's GMMHR, The Grinch, East Coast Outlaws Racing, Cycle Spirit Motorsports, and the Part-Timers, your top 7 in the team point standings.